Dr. Clemons is in his 7th year as principal of Piedmont High School. Before that, he served 5 years as an assistant principal at Armurchie Middle School in Rome, Georgia. And before that, he spent 7 years in the classroom in the Bartow and Floyd County school systems of Georgia, where he taught social sciences. Dr. Clemons is an active community member, serving on several committees and boards throughout the city of Piedmont, Auburn University Christian Fellowship, and the First Baptist Church of Piedmont. He has presented at many conferences and seminars across our state and country on topics that are important to school administration and public education as well. During his time as principal of Piedmont High School, the state's report card has grown from an A to an A at Piedmont High School, and we are now recognized in the top 6% of high schools on the state report card. Give it up for Dr. Clemons. In the state of Alabama to have 100% of our graduates college and career ready on the 2019 report card. We had a 98% graduation rate. We demonstrated 100% ACT growth and posted a 63% on academic achievement on the ACT. Post-secondary enrollment has grown from 35 to 57%, due in part to the initiation of 8 dual enrollment courses that are on Piedmont High School's campus. Now, 42% of Piedmont High School students are earning dual enrollment credit. To compare that to the state is only at 10. Piedmont High School has been recognized as an innovative school by Apple Distinguished Schools across the country, all the way over in California. And Dr. Clemons has initiated many other programs and partnerships for the purposes of benefiting our students at Piedmont High School. In 2013, he implemented the Positive Behavior Intervention and Support Program. In 2014, the Piedmont Promise Project, the seniors have come to love and know as 3P. 2015, State Superintendent Tommy Bice asked Dr. Clemons to present on Team Time, which has become a model for the state mentoring program that we have here at Piedmont High School, where we first began it in 2015. 2016, Big Brothers and Big Sisters partnered with Piedmont High School through the efforts of Dr. Clemons, and those of you who serve as bigs for others, we know what the important role that you play with our student body is. 2019, we have been pushing to create an ACT culture, and so it gives me great honor at this time to turn the microphone over to Mr. Vic Wilson, the Executive Director of Class.
Thank you, Mr. Clemons. I'm Executive Director of Class. We provide all the professional learning for all the principals across the state. There are about 900 principals who are eligible for this award. 900. So your principal is number 1 of those 900. He has to go through a rigorous process. Dr. Clemons has been an active member of Class. He has spoken for us, presented for us. I was a principal for 7 years, and I still learn many things from him on a daily basis. Part of it because of what you see right here. A lot of accolades were mentioned. I think, if I'm not mistaken, y'all are pretty good at football too. I think y'all won a state championship or something like that. Is that? And the basketball team's number 2 in the state. Is that right? Yeah, and the band is very good too. Good rate with Piedmont. That was good stuff right there. Scared me a little bit. I got a few people I'd like to introduce for you. This is a really big deal. So your state board member, Dr. Cynthia McCarty, is here today, so please join me in welcoming her. She's not only your board member, she's the Vice President of the State Board of Education. We appreciate the job, which she just rolled off as the Vice President. We appreciate the job she does. We also would not be able to do this without 2 wonderful partners. What we do is, Dr. Clemons is now going to represent the state of Alabama, hopefully. Not only is he the high school winner, he is the overall winner, and he will represent the state of Alabama in Washington, D.C. for the National Principal of the Year. And we wouldn't be able to do that, so we have sponsors that help us so that we can send him up there without having to, and one of those sponsors is American Fidelity, so join me in thanking American Fidelity. There's 2 representatives right there. And we have another sponsor. He and I have known each other a long time. He wanted to do something to honor principals. And so his company is They do furniture. They do a great job with it. He said, why don't we do an office makeover for the winter? So, Interior Elements, Dan Chappell and his company, you get an office makeover, complete office makeover. That's exactly right. So that's good. You get a $100 gift card to Big Lots to get whatever you want for that right there. I'm kidding. You're just not getting Big Lots. So give it one more time. Give it up for Dr. Adams. I would also like to recognize our assistant exec, Katrina Akers, who was also a high school principal at Welborn High School for several years, and she's been working with us and does a great job, and she sees the value of Dr. Clemons. So join me as we welcome to the podium the 2020 High School Principal of the Year for the state of Alabama, Dr. Adams Clemons.
Well, thank you to all of you. I really appreciate it. It's one of those things that you kind of work hard, and I'm very fortunate that I work with great faculty and staff. I mean, that's where all these accolades come from, really. Folks who, when I'm leaving, sometimes late, they're still out there working. And I know a lot of y'all, y'all do a great job, and I appreciate every single one of you. It's one of the best jobs you can have, is being a principal. I've always appreciated everybody who just goes out of the way. I mean, our band, the drama, and our athletes, just everybody who goes that extra mile. I was wondering where everybody was when Mr. Snow and I were walking down here. I looked into Mr. Prater, Mr. Lynch's, Mr. Lavender's room, and I didn't see anybody. I was wondering where in the world have they gone? But, 7 years ago, I came to Piedmont, and I want to thank Mr. Hayes and Mr. Aiken for giving me that opportunity. And I've had a great time here. It is stressful. I think I had a full head of hair when I started here 7 years ago. But, I'm very fortunate in that I have, I get from my parents who are here. I tried. They've instilled in me a drive to always try my hardest. When I was in about second grade, I saw my mother go back to college to become a teacher, and she, seeing my parents work three jobs each, just about, when I was growing up. It's one of the things I've always said about them. Both of them are hard workers. And I also have a wonderful wife and 5 children, of which I'm very appreciative. I grew up as an only child, and it's kind of crazy at our house about how loud and rambunctious and noisy it is. I know y'all know Molly, how rambunctious she is, but that's really not it. It's the younger 3 that really are the ones who make it loud at our house. But it's a great thing. And I have a mother-in-law that most people don't get along with their mother-in-laws, but I've got a great mother-in-law, and I appreciate her being here as well. But anyway, I appreciate every single one of you. Y'all make my life. As I said, it can be very stressful sometimes, and I wonder why in the world am I in this profession. But 99% of the time, when I see you succeed, either on the field or when you're up here or playing or in the classroom, when I get your ACT results back and I see that you've done very well, that makes me very happy, and I appreciate it, and I'm very blessed to be here. Thank you for Thank you for this opportunity and the American Fidelity. And who's the other person? There, Dan Chapel. Where are you? Are you here? Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. And Dr. McCarty, I'll tell you what, we are very fortunate to have a school board, state school board person like her. She's always a big cheerleader for our schools, and I appreciate that. But thank you so much. And
Thank you. I'm pretty excited now because I hear he's getting a new office. Guess he gets hand-me-downs. You don't get my political thing. Guys, I appreciate your cooperation. Y'all been great. I know it took a little longer than we expected to get everything rolling, so thank you for being patient with us. Teachers, I appreciate you cooperating. I know it was short notice. We were trying to keep things as quiet as we could because we wanted it to be the surprise that it was. For those of you that have driven to be here with us this morning, we can't thank you enough. We thank you so much for your support. We thank you for how much you do for our schools all across the state. We thank you so much for being here to support Dr. Clemons. Band, you did a wonderful job on short notice. Thank you for that also. We're going to go back to class for third period. Teachers, I'm going to ask that you do something a little out of the ordinary so that we can all have the opportunity to meet in the media center with the adults of the group. We're going to have a reception for Dr. Clemons in the media center, but we're going to rotate